Jack here, JBF Music and Guitar Lessons. This quick guitar tricks tutorial is on how to bluff a Texas blues, or a vaguely Stevie Ray Vaughan style shuffle. Many of the ideas can be transferred to blues and country and that sort of thing. I'll break down what I played in the intro, it's a case study. I've made a backing track to go with it as well if you want to try out some of the ideas. There should be a card up there. So yeah, let's just get into it. Okay, kicking things off with the first trick, playing the open E whilst fretting E, the 5th fret on the B string. I'm also sliding into this for more authenticity. A few ideas combined in the next part. Playing slide style licks, obviously without a slide, using dorian and or the blues scale as well as mixolydian, so a mixodorian with the blues note, which would be like this for E. An alternate version of the intro could be something like this. Just to show there are more options using that scale shape. There are some rough guidelines on how to use this hybrid scale, the flat third to third resolving to the root will be stylistically suitable, or the third to flat third, bending the flat third probably more of a quarter tone than a semitone, then resolving to the root, or 5th. E7, I'm just using this voicing. There are of course others you can use. Some chord vamp ideas, mute on the down, open on the up is a safe bet. Ideally with the first down being a bit less muted. You've got a few options. You can left hand mute, right hand mute, or use a combination. Left hand is probably a better idea if you want to get more into this particular style of playing. The rhythm I've opted for was again, letting that first down ring out much more than the subsequent ones. You can also afford to be quite a bit sloppier than this if you want to. I then used an idea we've touched on, the flat third hammering to the third, then the 5th. Oh yeah, a good left hand muting will let you rake across the strings, which has a more authentic sound than say precision picking. I went back to my E vamp, and I did a trill on the open D to the E, a 2nd fret. Oh yeah, if you've got a Strat, the neck and middle position might be worth using for this kind of stuff. Then I have a little mixodorian lick, so an octave of this without the blues note this time, so less notes than before, would look like this. A great little shape to have at the ready. Here I was going. And that part together. A7, which I'm doing like this. Same vamp as before. Chords are really prominent here, with the fills and licks just adding a bit more interest really. The next idea is using dyads from the chord, so just think of an A bar chord or an A7 bar chord and pick any two notes from it. The notes a 6th apart, so these, which I was playing for the intro, will fit into it really nicely, or these for an A7. We can go back to these for either of them. Or we can even move out position down to here, and all of those will sound good. You can even just go up them.
So yeah, that last one was part of A as well. If you know your cage system, think of a C-shaped A major. And the bend was just me targeting A's kind of third or flat third, then ending on A. Also sliding into the dyads is going to sound a bit cooler. That I wrapped up the A7 bit by raking into the note of G and adding some vibrato. The G really reinforces that dominant 7 sound and helps sort of lead back to the E7, albeit in a more Dorian kind of way. Back to E7 with our tried and tested vamp. This time going up that mixolydian shape from before with rakes to lead to the B7. So to explain that a bit more, on the downbeats I'm just going up, raking across the strings, so I'm really muting everything with my left hand. And then on the ups, I'm raking just muting notes, so I'm not holding anything down. So that's something to practice if you don't have it down, is being able to rake across and just playing one note, then lifting up your left hand so it's not fretting anything, and being able to just do a muted hit. Actually really useful for funk guitar playing as well. So I've got two B7 voicings, this and this. On the second voicing, I'm doing the flat third to third, this time resolving to the flat 7. Just for a bit more edge, with that same vamp 4. Over the A7 this time, I'm using a 6 dyads idea, so I'm playing the A7 without the G on the high E string, moving it up here, which I covered before, highlights that A7, making sure to mute all the strings except the D and the B. Then a bendy little mixolydian lick, bending the 6 to the flat 7, 5th, 4th, flat 3rd, 3rd, root, and then flat 7. Actually, the 4th, flat 3rd, 3rd root is another move really worth pointing out. And again, I'm using that G to transition to the E, bending it a quarter tone this time. Then I vamped on my E7 and did a trill just like before, but longer this time. Then a flat 3rd quarter tone bend. So that. Returned to my vamp. And ended with probably more of a bluesy lick than anything else. Hammering the flat 3rd to the 3rd, an octave higher than I've done before, and ending on an E rather than an E7, just for a slightly stronger ending. So I'd recommend mixing these ideas up as well. So for example, we could do 6 over E7. Also using that flat 3rd idea here and here. Over the B7, you can get away with sliding these 6 to the 4th fret and they're open. These aren't dyads from B7, more of a decoration. Particularly when going to the A7, that will work quite well. And I mean, over the A7, we could use some sort of mixolydian. And and all sorts of things like that. Right, to recap it all, you want to be on the neck and the middle pickup. You can do the same note on a different string, using the open string. Slidey licks, sort of like slide licks but without a slide. Dorian, using the blues note, doing pull-offs. The flat third up to third hammer and then to the fifth, or the root. Open 7th chord. Left hand muting. Some sort of chord vamp. The mixolydian scale, trills. Highlighting chords via dyads. Ideally 6 dyads that are 6 apart, using rakes. Single notes with vibrato. The flat third to the third to the 7th. A bit more edgy but still usable. The bendy mixolydian licks. That 4th flat third root. And adding in bluesier licks maybe to round the piece up. Anyway, now I'll go through the intro demo that we've just dissected, but slowly this time with the tab on the top of the screen.
If you like these licks, you might want to check out my Essential Blues licks, my other 11 Essential Blues licks, Double Down Up or Jeff Beck Whammy Bar tutorial, which I'll link to a pinned comment and down in the description. But yeah, this has been Quick Tricks, that's the playlist up there. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments, hit subscribe, share and enable notifications with a little bell on the side, if you feel so inclined. Cheers guys.